But cool stuff that you can see. If we just look at the loadout, I love the way the masks look now. The masks themselves. This is them with their information, their stats, and this is them with the Primal, which is actually really freaking cool. I like that a lot. It looks good on all of them. Isia's looks hot too. I like the way they have her moving here. Imagine there was an Isia dash that made her move that quick across a screen. Torden looking beastly. Nock looking knockish. And Lumia Isia looking luminous. Looking really good. Hey man, what's up? Nope, incorrect. Sunder is a very powerful first Primal to have. Isia is a really powerful Primal. There was a period of time she was the first Primal I leveled to 20 because there was ways to use her. So she's super strong. Currently, since 0.7, Torden has been buffed enough where he's quality like Sunder and Isia and Nock, where on patch 0.3 or whenever people started using him, he was terrible. 0.7, holy crap. Like anybody can play him. Once you get him to like level 10 in his stuff, he becomes strong enough that 10 to 12, most Tordens are now a dangerous Primal. Yeah, Sunder is fun, but they just buff Sunder and they just buff Isia. So they both gain two really cool things. Isia got a longer, well, no. If you think about it, if he has the Thunderbolt is even worse. The Thunderbolt is the cheesiest item in the game, Primal wise. Thunderbolt. Let me read to you what Thunderbolt does. Let's look at its stats. Thunderbolt has a max of 3 charges. Thunderbolt basically has a charge time of 3.8. So it gets 3 charges back in under 1.3. I mean, it gets a charge back every 1.3 seconds. It's never out of charge. You can forever spam this attack and always have it ready to go, because by the time you do it twice, you'll get another charge. That's cheese. A peon cheese. On level 1, that's a pretty good damage. It takes away almost a bar and a half of damage on a human. And if you a Primal's about to be finished, done. Human beings, it's like a fly swatter for them. Like this thing can decimate you super fast. If you're one of those 3-bar persons, you're dead. Like the build I'm running right now, he can kill me with 2 of those shots. That's crazy. So yeah, each of these Primals are nasty. Like Nock is a human killer. Like if you know what you're doing with Nock, you can run around and just... Nock literally has Temporal Rush and also have Blink Strike as abilities. Ridiculous. Like that's what that Primal has naturally. For everything she loses in health, she gains in time and speed. So she's also deadly. Lumia Isia. While Lumia Isia is not as tanky as normal Isia, Lumia Isia can shoot way faster than a normal Isia can shoot. And then if you start throwing wing sweeps, every action she does happens faster than Isia's. So she can keep wing sweeping you back. Like let's say you're fighting another Isia, you have wing sweep, whoop, push them away. Let's say you have a Sunder jumping at you, whoop, knock him away during his elite. You have a Torden about to hammer you, whoop, wing sweep him away. Like, it's insane. So the key thing is, every one of these Primals, this pack, since 0.7, Torden was a little too strong, but balance-wise, he finally fit in with the other 4. He finally became a threat, where before he was not a threat at all. You had to be really good to play Torden. And there were guys that I knew who before 0.7 who their Tordens were terrifying because their damage was over 10,000 every smash. So he's just finally reached a sense where he's balanced like the others. The others all have their benefits, but like, don't ever use a knock to fight a Torden, a Isia, or a Sunder. That's insane. You're just asking to die, because 2 to 3 swipes from Sunder will kill Knock. It's just how strong he is. And with your stuff going down, so you just got to know your primals. Every one of these primals are super strong. They are, but you have to understand how to use them. So far, from what I'm seeing, his name is Minotaur. I'm thinking his name so far is Minotaur, because I don't think a name has been given for him. So far, it appears to be Minotaur from the stuff that I've seen. So it's a really interesting character. I can't wait for him to get in there. I don't know how I'm ever gonna get a new Primal if there's stuff to buy and I can't put money into the game. I have no idea how I'm gonna get a new Primal. Unless they do what they did with Isia, give it to you as a 15 quest thing. Maybe that might be a way to help, like a weekly quest bonus. Or maybe if they're gonna have events for you to earn primals also, or to earn some quints towards primals. Like maybe an event can give you 10 quints, or an event like events can give you 20 quints. It's better than what we're doing right now, because it is super hard. It is super hard to get stuff. Rotating, yeah. Like this dust stuff is useless to me. I can't do a damn thing with it. And look at my shop. Look how great my shop is. All of the shop is mods. So I keep saying, I think the shop should be redesigned. I think they should do exactly what they did with this. I have a beautiful stats page. Sitting here. And I have a section called mods. Right? They need to do the same thing with the shop. There should be a section in the shop for mods, shards alone. There shouldn't be part of the weapons, should not be part of the money, shouldn't be part of anything. Take the shop and split it up into different things. Put a currency part for the shop, which would be neat. Put a weapons part for the shop, which would be also nice. Put a mods part for the shop, which is nice. So the shop is broken into 3 parts: weapon, gear, what do you call it? Mods, currency. We're done. And this prevents a lot of this, because this sucks. And what's only worse than this is when all 5 of these are that. No, Isia is not for holding ground. Isia can hold ground, and Isia can decimate things. It's all about timing. I used to bait Sunders all the time and kill them. But then I also knew people who knew how to beat Isia really well. It's the same way I know how to beat Isia with Sunder. It's the same way I know how to beat Sunders with Isia. They're both well-rounded primals. She's a glass cannon. She's a range primal. Sunder is a melee primal. He's for up close. But each one of them has a way to beat the other. So that's the key. Yeah. So that's what you got to remember. It's each one of them are specialized. Because believe it or not, I think Torden is a better ground holder than Isia. Because of the stupid hammer smash, there's so much damage and it's so fast. You can't really, without your deep freeze, you can't stop that guy. Like it's damn near crazy. The only other power that works really well against him is Wing Sweep. That storm one, you can save it. It doesn't do anything. Like I'm never worried about it. Somebody drops it, I run out of it and go kill the Isia. Like if an Isia has that over Wing Sweep or over Deep Freeze, they're asking to be dropped because they can't stop you with it. So that's all it is. All your primals are really based on what they do and using what they do to their advantage. Like Knock, she's harder to hold things with, but I know Knock players. I remember when Knock first came out, there was this guy called Jake. he would go into knock and then you would just run. Like you try to hide. Because he would get penta kills, deca kills all the time. If you ever play a guy called Eclipse, he's also a knock aficionado. He gets mega kills. He gets mega and omega kills with knock. Just killing humans, running around, just killing humans once he's in knock. So that's all it is. It's just about knowing what you do. When people don't know how to play knock, you'll watch them be knock. They'll be in front of you, and they move by you, or they go attack a primal, or they go attack an item instead of killing the person. And you're just like, you have no idea what you're doing. Like, that's not how you play knock. Yeah, her deep freeze is one of them, but there's one guy, Frieza. He only plays her with wing sweep, and it's super annoying. When Ran was playing her, she's rocking her other name now, Root. When she's playing her with wing sweep, it was annoying. Like, I figured out the one way to beat her on the Azure Plateau map. There are these rock outcroppings in the middle of the map. You want to fight her next to those. So whenever she sweeps you, you're knocked against a rock, and then you attack her from there. Because it's the only way you can stay close with her without her knocking you off the screen. So that's the key. Each one of them have benefits, and each one of them have certain things that are not that cool. So they're balanced. Like I tell you, Torden just, like last patch, he was king of the patch. But with what they just did to Isia and what they just did to Sunder's Primal Roar, he has 50% damage reduction now when Primal Roar is active. So now, if you're fighting me with a Sunder with leap attack, you're dead. You're not going to win. Because when you do your leap that's supposed to do 3,000 or 4,000 damage on me, it's only doing 2. If it's doing 3, it's only doing 1,500. All my swipes are doing 3,000 plus. I'm going to win. Even if I don't have full health. It has a really high knockback range, and it does damage. It does damage. If you hit something, it does damage. If it hits you as a human, while you go flying back, if you don't hit anything, you don't die. But if you get knocked back into something, you take damage. It works a lot like I believe Lance's shield works too. I don't remember if it killed you automatically, but I know if it knocked you into something. But there was a character that if they knock you into something, then you take more damage. So that's one of the keys for it. But yeah, it's pretty decent. But if we're checking it, go to loadout. Let me just double check. It's a power. Isn't it a power? Oh no, it's a relic? Oh my god, it's a relic. Oh, Seeking Storm is the relic. No. Ring Sweep is what I'm looking for powers. There it is. Stats. Oh, it does damage too. It knocks you out of her ring's powerful range. Gust knocks you. Yeah, so it's also like a cool sniper type thing. You wing sweep somebody away, and then you drop the ice blast on them over and over and over again. You keep knocking them away and then hitting them with the blast, knocking them away, hitting them with the blast. So it's a really powerful thing, and it grows per level. So it's doing 1,800. It's very similar to what's his name's. What's that guy's name? Torden's nonsense, where he's basically dropping the charge. It's just that while you get one wing sweep that takes over 3 seconds to come back, he does the exact same amount of damage 3 times. He does 3 times the amount of damage in the same time period where it takes your wing sweep to come back. Kind of sucks. So I don't understand why they haven't removed the charge and increase the charge time, or increase the charge time a lot and leave it at 3 charges, because it needs to be about 2 seconds per charge. That would be fair. So it needs to be near 6 seconds, because then it's every 2 seconds you get an extra charge, not the way it is right now. Under 2 seconds, or under 1.5 seconds, you're getting charge back. That's just stupid. I don't get that. No, the damage is applied when the wing sweep touches you. Because it looks like a sharp knife. It looks like a when the graphic looks like it looks like a slicing attack of a sword, but it pushes also. So if that hits you, you take 1,000 damage, and then it pushes you away. If you hit into something, you take damage again. So that's how it works. So it's you'll take extra damage if you hit into something. But I usually love when an Isia uses on me. I'm human, and I have a nice tanky build. I'm able to get pushed away from her, and I just run. And I'm like, thank you. That works out to my benefit. I don't have to be near you, so that's really happy for me. I never mind when it happens. Yeah, let me see where you at on my loadout. We're getting there. We're getting there. I want to get that to 600. I mean, I could get it to level 20, but once I level 20, I ain't playing Sunder anymore for a bit. But with the 2 bonuses that they just added, I don't know, man. I don't know. It's going to be hard not to play Sunder now. Primal Roar is superior to Leap. It's superior. It's very superior. Damage reduction of 50? Are you kidding me? That's insane. That's big. This doesn't have that. That is huge. People were saying, like, should you buy it? And I'm like, it didn't get good to level 10. Not anymore. This thing is great at level 1 now with the damage reduction of 50. It's insanely powerful. Deep freeze? Deep freeze. When she's using it, she has a damage reduction of 75. That's why if you ever notice when you're fighting it actually has a natural 75 built in. She's tankier now. Holy crap, she's tankier. Wow, that's just nuts. Yeah, there's no other reason to use anything else. There's no other reason to use anything else but deep freeze. But they increased the charge time on it. Because that charge time did not need to, that charge, oh, maybe it was always that high. I just never realized. It says duration is 3 seconds here, but in the notes it said the duration was up to 4.6 seconds, which is, I was like, I don't know. That's a bit much. That looked like a lot. Yeah, that's my point. Now at level 1, no matter what you're fighting, the Primal Roar is super strong. Because anything that's hitting you is doing 50% less damage. So now I can literally fight a Torden. If I'm at full health, Torden versus me, his 7,000 goes down to 3. So it's like my swipe versus his slam. His 10,000 goes down to 5, which is still better than taking 10,000. So, and then Isia is even worse. When she's running deep freeze, he's doing even less damage to her. So when you're running deep freeze with Isia, it makes no sense not to run deep freeze all the time either now, because it got damage reduction built into it. Why wouldn't you use it? Like, even when you're not using deep freeze, it's 75% damage reduction. Maybe they should bring that down to like 55 or 65, because 75 is a bit much. But wow, that is crazy. That is super strong. So yeah, Isia, wow. What did they do for Nock? Like, I feel bad. Like, did Nock get anything? Does Nock have anything that does damage reduction too? Because that is rough. That is rough for them to have that much. Movement speed increase just makes you faster. Faster makes you faster. That makes sense. Yeah, man. But the reality of Nock is she's basically, her natural attack is Tempo Rush. Her freaking, one of her other abilities, Poof, is Blink Strike. She's a Primal with Tempo Rush and Blink Strike as part of her kit. I don't know. I think that's really OP. So that's pretty neat for her. But wow. But wow is all I can say. Makes you even faster. That's all she just gets. She just gets quicker and quicker. Her Primal attack cooldown down by 75. Wow. That's big too. What is the cooldown on the primal attack anyway for her? Holy moly. That's why these guys are so freaking annoying. Her primal attack cooldown is less than 1.5 seconds already. Then you get 75%. Huh? What? That doesn't make sense. No, the primal attack, right? I gotta read that again. I'm confused. Primal attack cool? Yeah. Wouldn't it be going up? Why is it going down? I don't understand why it goes down. Primal attack cooldown goes down. Oh, your primary attack cooldown is 75% less than no. It's only 75% instead of 100%. Then it becomes 70. That's still weird. Wouldn't you want that number going up, not down? Yeah, I don't understand how that works. Oh, she gets an extra one. So yeah, I see. So she gets double charge. Nice. That's pretty neat. I see what they're doing. Yeah, I wasn't thinking about what it did. That's why.